lost all control. Gravity is all that I know. She's over me. She's over me. She caught me with her hypnotic dance. She holds me here with only a glance. She's over me. She's over me.
Hi, guys. Were you waiting for us? Were you guys waiting for us? Is that what was going on here? Welcome, everybody, to the Paranormal Portal. I'm your host, Brent Thomas, and we are fashionably late to our own party. Boom. That's how we roll up in here, trying to make our appearance matter. But yeah, I just saw a message. I've been talking lately a little bit about the COPA laws and that new change from the FTC that's going to probably bend a whole lot of YouTube creators over the barrel. But there's just so much going on. It's hard to know what to do and what not to do. But I've made the choices that I made as far as my shows. They're not for kids. I did that whole choose for your channel, and I've changed the name of the bedtime stories to the night terrors so that it doesn't look like I'm trying to appeal to children. But BCM the purchaser says, Paranormal Portal, terrifying paranormal encounters could be construed as a kid's show, and I make my kids watch terrifying paranormal encounters all the time. Well, that just means you're a good parent, is all I'm thinking. So, but anyway, we are live and we are underway here, and I forgot to turn on my dragon. Turning it on right now. There it is. It's lit up. All right. So welcome everybody to the show. I'm of course not here alone. Nope. I brought backup. And my backup is none other than my good friend and co-host, Mr. Don Longbeard.
Wow. You better pay for better backup, buddy.
He was all that was available.
I was the last one there. Standing on the street corner with the sign that says, we'll podcast for food.
We'll podcast for food, yeah. We'll co-host for a sandwich.
I don't care. It could be a hand sandwich. I'm good. Just spread the mayonnaise right there.
That just sounds all kinds of wrong, just for the record. But, yeah, hand sandwich?
Hand sandwich.
I'd never heard that before.
I was so poor I had to have hand sandwiches, and basically it was just the leftover mayonnaise that was left over in the fridge. You just rub it on your hand there and you just kind of lick it. That's a hand sandwich.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the kind of entertainment you just can't buy.
Luckily, we don't make you pay for it.
Well,
maybe we do make you pay for it.
You guys are still here either way, but welcome to the show, everybody. Hope you guys are doing great.
Brent.
What day is it?
Brent.
I don't know.
Is it hump day?
It's Thanksgiving Eve.
Thanksgiving Eve. You got to do it from the diaphragm like you mean it.
Yeah, well, I just didn't mean it that much. I wasn't feeling it quite as much.
You'll be feeling it tomorrow after that tryptophan hits your system from the turkey.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna just be fine taking a big old nap on the couch.
There you go. Yeah.
That to me is about the right speed for any holiday. Eat until you cannot eat. What will you be on tomorrow? That is the question.
Good question.
I'm not sure. Honestly, I'm not sure. I got to tell you guys, I've been doing this every day, pretty much with only one or two exceptions for about a year now.
And that's kind of funny that was mentioned, huh?
Yeah, it is. And I'm kind of thinking I might need a break. The only problem is that I honest to God miss it. When I've tried to be away before, I always miss it. And then I come in and do a show anyway. So I did that, I think, last Christmas. I think I was going to take the night off, and then I was just sitting there and I was like,
I'm so bored.
I think I'm going to go just do a show. So I came in here and kind of unannounced did a show, and actually a bunch of people showed up. So I was like, wow. So we kind of had Christmas together. So
That's right, you did, yeah.
yep, I wasn't planning on doing it, but I did it. I don't know. Will I be on tomorrow? I don't know. Honest to God, I don't know right now. I guess I was planning on probably just relaxing for the
Here's
night.
a hint. Usually 5 minutes before a show, he puts out a notice on Facebook.
Yeah, just keep watching Facebook. That's a good point.
And if one pops up, 5 minutes to 7, then pop on. If it doesn't, well, pop on anyhow. Just double check.
Just make sure you got the bell rung.
There you go.
So if you're subscribed and you have the bell clicked, if you're subscribed, and I'm trying to talk over you, so don't let that bother you any, Don.
Hey, Cade.
But if you're subscribed, click that bell and you'll know if I'm going to be alive or not. Honest to God, right now, I don't know.
He may be semi-dead.
Kind of depends on how the afternoon goes, how the evening goes. I'm kind of nursing a bad ankle right now, so
Cade says it's not a holiday for Aussies, so you better be online. Nice try. That works.
well, maybe Cade, we should just have you wire in and take care of the show
there
for
you
us.
go. Yeah,
You can be guest hosting the Paranormal Portal.
or ghosting the Paranormal Portal.
Ghost hosting. You can ghost host. That's right. That was the meme somebody made me a long time ago. Brent Thomas, host of Ghosts.
Yep, that was
I
lucky.
remember that.
I think
Was
it
it?
was lucky. Yeah.
I thought it was Brandon, actually.
Oh, Brandon.
I thought it was Brandon. Maybe I was wrong. I don't know.
Okay.
It's just long time ago. But that was kind of cool. Happy birthday, Monster. Happy birthday, Monster.
It's
What?
birthdays. It's
Hey, Don, how's
Hey.
that sauce hitting you?
Yes, that's some good stuff, man.
Apparently.
It's Mogion's birthday, huh? I was gonna say.
Is it Mogus? Yeah.
That's
I think it is because I sent him a message today myself.
That's
so
right. Yeah.
happy birthday.
Happy birthday! Big shout out. Yay.
It's time to celebrate. So I don't know any good songs. So happy birthday.
Thank you, LJ. That is a nice shirt. Thank you. Yes.
What?
Nice shirt. I'm wearing my Danzig shirt today.
Oh, Danzig.
Yes,
Gotcha. I'm
Danzig.
wearing a sweater. I'm going to have to take this off, though. I'm cooking. Take it away, Don.
Take it away. Can I bring it back now?
No, I'm not done yet.
Bringing it back. Bringing it back.
I got to take this off. I'm dying.
So yeah. Anyhow, what were we talking about? We've talked about so much.
The
tonight.
holiday?
The holiday. Yes. Yeah. What are you guys having for your main dish? Is it turkey or ham? I don't like turkey personally.
Are you asking me or them?
No, I'm talking to them.
Oh, okay. Well,
Why
just
would I
leave,
talk to you? I
leave
talk
me
to you all
out of
the
it.
time.
Who the-
I am.
Who the hell cares what
You're
I'm
the
going to
one
eat?
that butt in. I don't like turkey. Yeah. The only good turkey is the one that's flying around outside. As a matter of fact, I should have gotten wild turkey because I got flocks of turkey that walk through my backyard.
Flocks.
So I can't tell if the dogs are barking at the turkeys or Bigfoot. So I have an issue. So there you go. No.
Yes. Right, Scoob.
So there you go. So that's what Dawn's gonna do.
All right.
I
Well,
hear stripper music. What?
what?
Elaine, what? Check your tabs. You might have a not safe for work tab open.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on in
Because
Lane's
it's
house.
not from us.
I got a guitar over here,
That he
but
does.
I'm not playing it currently. So
Ooh, Vietnamese curry chicken for Thanksgiving. Nice, Duke. I don't like cooking it though.
wow, curried chicken.
Yeah, curry chicken. Yeah.
Nice, very good. So if this is the Food Network, we could continue that, but this is the Paranormal Portal.
That's where that music's coming from. Is the food porn channel?
The food porn. I don't know what the hell to do with that. We actually have a phone call here, so
Really already?
yeah, and it's
Oh, I bet you I know who it is. No, I don't know who that is.
I don't know. We'll find out. Area code 480. You're on the air.
Gobble gobble, guys. This
Gobble,
is Jeff.
gobble.
Yeah, that's who I thought
Happy
it was.
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you.
How's everything down in the warm part of the world?
God.
It's pretty decent so far. We're gonna get some rain though. I hear
Oh.
like tomorrow and Friday.
Oh no.
Oh, really?
So I got new windshield blades, so I'm good. Wiper blades.
Oh, cool. Well, that'll help. How's everything else?
But
Good?
hey,
How you been?
oh, pretty good. Did you get something in the mail?
Bill? Oh, that. Yeah.
This right here.
Other,
This thing?
other than my other than my
Yeah.
bills, yeah, I got that. Thank you so much for sending that
Gobble,
in.
gobble.
That was very sweet. We
Yes.
always appreciate hearing from you guys.
Let's
Well,
see.
you can show it if you want. You
Don-
can show
Don
the
is-
card
Don-
if you want.
Don is showing it.
See,
Well,
this
you
is
could.
this is how much Jess loves us. She sends
It's
us
a
cards.
funny card.
It's a great card.
It is.
It says got a big fat cat on it. It reminds me of, if it was a black cat, it reminds me of my Esmeralda. And it says turkey. I didn't see a turkey. Have a yummy Thanksgiving. So see that big fat cat on there? Can they see that? Yeah, you can see it.
Oh yeah, it's coming through nicely.
There we go.
Woo!
It looks like the cat swallowed the turkey.
Yeah, well, yeah, it looks like the cat should be the turkey.
Oh. No, it looked like the cat swallowed the turkey.
You can
That's
smoke
what I
them.
think.
Smoke them. Just smoke them. So anyhow, cool. So what are you having for dinner tomorrow night, Jess? Are you having ham or turkey or what?
Oh, I'm going to have the works.
You're gonna have
I'm
the
gonna
works.
have turkey, stuffing,
Oh.
gravy, whole cranberry sauce,
Ooh.
and let's see, what else? Parmesan garlic mashed potatoes,
Oh, nice.
and oh yeah, and Pillsbury crescents, of course,
Okay.
and yummy pumpkin pie
Mm.
with Cool Whip,
Nice.
and some veggies like Brussels sprouts mixed with
Oh, yeah.
bacon,
Definitely Brussels sprouts. Go with the baby cabbages. You can't miss.
and coleslaw.
Mm-hmm. More cabbage. Yep.
Coleslaw.
Wow, I'm seeing
Oh,
somebody's night go up in flames tomorrow.
Oh,
Stay away
no,
from
no.
any candles.
Nah.
Do not light
No,
candles.
everything will turn out well.
No, it had to do more with gas.
My
You
stomach.
just put little by little in, you know. I mean,
With things like that, I have to eat like Beano with it. You know, it's to keep the the build
Beano.
ups. Yeah.
There's there's methane issues.
Oh, but it sounds
somebody
good.
has issues.
Yeah,
Oh, whoa.
yeah. So that's cool. Great. That's awesome. And you're celebrating with family and dear friends, right?
Well, just my mom and dad.
Well, there you go. Family. I said family.
Yeah. Well, there's no friends coming over.
Oh, well, that's
but,
all right.
you know.
Sometimes the best
Just-
friends are the
just
ones
mom
you
and dad,
don't invite.
And I'm sure Dad will get the cat mix up some giblets for the kitty.
Oh yeah, that's about the only thing they're good for.
Oh yeah, my cat loves turkey. If his name ain't Yeti,
Cool. Yeah,
You
there
know.
you go. Excellent.
he loves
Excellent.
turkey.
Well, hey, thanks, Jess, for the card. We certainly appreciate that. We always love getting your cards. And,
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, it was. As a matter of fact, it was sitting on my
Yeah,
computer
hey,
when I came in. So.
Yeah, don't forget them taters.
Yep, the taters.
Good stuff.
Because he likes taters all kinds of ways.
I love my taters.
His name is Tater Todd.
I love when you do that.
Cool.
Brett. That's hilarious.
All
You-
right.
you get that funny voice.
Oh, that's
It,
just
it
Brian.
sounds like what was it? Homer Simpson.
Yep.
That's the object. I don't know if I always succeed, but that's always the object. Yeah, trying to pull a little
But
Homer.
it's funny when you do that voice. That's funny. So what are you having since Don didn't ask you?
I think I'll probably sit around and lick butter wrappers tomorrow and see what happens.
Oh, come on now.
Is that going to be salted or unsalted?
Mayo ham sandwich.
I prefer salted
Hand
personally. Don.
sandwich. Yes, she heard my hand sandwich. You like salted, huh?
I do.
Is it regular butter or sweet cream butter?
Sweet cream, of
There
course.
you go. Well, you're from the land of.
We're gonna have turkey. We're gonna have turkey tomorrow. So
Isn't that called cannibalism?
Yeah, hopefully the cat doesn't swallow the turkey. Like on the card.
that's right. No,
Awesome.
the cat will not get an opportunity to
Awesome.
do that.
Well,
Otherwise,
cool.
I'll have a new throw cover for the pillows.
Give me a pair of snippers.
Just give him a little piece or two of turkey.
You know,
Yeah.
he's really finicky about that.
Nubis would love it.
Like he likes to snack on food sometimes, but other times he'll eat like 3 pieces of stuff and act like he's really into it, and then the 4th one he'll just look
Sounds
at.
like he's finicky.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. But thank you so much, Jess.
Thanks
it's
for the
great to hear
call.
from you.
Thank
and happy
you.
Thanksgiving, and give our love to the family.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
absolutely.
Happy Thanksgiving to you too. And
All right.
like I said, yeah, I always I get a kick out of the cards that I pick out and stuff. And
Yep.
Yeah, they're very clever. Thanks so
Awesome.
much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Have a good night.
yep, is it snowing up there?
No.
Just blowing. It's blowing like somebody left the door open. It's just like totally
Oh,
gusting
wow.
here.
It's cold. Yeah.
like 40
Is
mile
there
an hour
getting
winds.
snow back
never mind.
east, like around Wisconsin and all that? From what
I know they
seen
are.
on the Weather Channel.
They're getting a lot of weird weather all over the place. We're not getting the snow though. It's just gotten cold all of a sudden. So
Yep.
Yeah, luckily, no weird weather here, and
Right.
it'll rain. It'll
Right.
probably rain for 2 days, but other than that,
yeah, you don't
we
have
need it anyways down here.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Well,
Well, peace out, and I'll be in the chat.
Okay.
Take
All
care.
right.
We'll see you, Jess.
there.
Good night.
Gobble gobble.
Gobble gobble.
All right. Bye.
Sweet.
That's funny. I had an uncle that used to call every holiday, especially Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
He didn't do this every holiday, but on Thanksgiving he would always make these crank calls to us kids.
That's
and,
awesome.
And every time we answered on Thanksgiving, he'd be gobble gobble gobble. So that's funny that Jess did that.
kinda
It brought
awesome,
memories
yeah.
back.
There you
So,
go. Awesome.
all right, we got another call.
Another call.
It's our Tales from the Trails.
Mr.
MCAT. How you doing, brother?
Hey, fellas, what's going on? Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you too, sir. Woohoo! Out on the open road.
How's the night going?
Well, better. I'm out of Wyoming, so I'm headed home.
Nice.
Oh, good
I'm
for
in
you.
Nebraska, and I got 400 miles yet.
Oh, goodness. You going to be able to do it with your time left?
Yep.
Good, good.
No problem, huh?
Yep.
Well, that's good. You're going to be home then for the holidays. Good. I was going to ask you that. I hoped you were.
Oh, yeah, I always am. We got delayed because Wyoming was closed most of yesterday because of the snowstorms.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Now,
That kind of delayed everything.
you got the whole weekend shot off then too, or are you taking off right away again?
Yeah, I'm going to be back out probably Tuesday or Wednesday.
Oh, okay, good. So a few days off. Nice.
Nice job. Well, I think
Yeah,
that's
take
wonderful.
some time off.
Yeah.
Good. Good. So anything new and exciting?
Not really. Same old thing. Just driving around, trying to stay out of the weather.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no kidding. It's getting harder and harder though, huh?
Sometimes, man. Sometimes. I try to stay between systems, but I can't always do it sometimes.
It's got to be kind of surreal, huh? When you're driving around and you maybe start a day where it's like 70 and
No doubt.
and sunny, and then you'll end up somewhere where it's snowing and
500
crappy.
miles later, yeah.
It's like that's gotta
Yeah,
be
that
bizarre.
can happen. No, I like it when it's the other way around, and we start out in the snowing, and then we head somewhere where it's,
Warm.
65, 75 degrees and sunny, and we're like, I'm running around without my shirt on, just, woo, yeah!
So with my luck, a bull hauler would go by and say, "Hey, how'd you get out of the back of my car? How'd you get to the back of the trailer? Get back in there, you!
Get back in there. What are you doing?
How'd you get out?" Mer.
There you go.
Oh boy, it's that kind of night.
It is. Don's already punchy tonight. We're off on a roll.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
It is. I think it is a good thing. But I'm just thrilled to hear from you, brother. It's great to touch base with you, and I hope you have a beautiful Thanksgiving holiday.
Yes.
Hey, I hope you do too, man. You guys have a good holiday. Take some time off, relax,
I think
spend it with the family.
I think I will. I think I'm gonna just unwind tomorrow and probably take it easy. But I might do a show, so keep your eyes open. I'm never sure. It's not like any of this.
Never sure.
It's not like any of this is ever planned, Memcat. You know that.
Yeah.
I'm usually just
That's
winging
how
it.
it is.
Yeah, I'm usually just winging it. That's all there is. But yeah, brother, great to hear from you, man, and give our love to your family.
Oh, yeah, I will.
All
We're going to
right.
go feed an army tomorrow, so that's going to be good times.
Oh.
Anyway, you guys take care, and I'll talk to you later.
All
right,
right,
brother. Good
Be
night.
safe, bud.
All right, see you later.
All right.
That's cool. I like getting these holiday phone calls.
Yeah, that was cool.
It's like every holiday, it's a tradition to call the families and say, "Hey, how's it going?" So
Yeah.
you guys are our family,
Wow,
so this
that's
is.
kind of cool. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
great. That's a great thought.
So anybody else want to call in and talk Thanksgiving? You can sure do that. We can call this the Paranormal Thanksgiving Portal. I don't know. I just came up with that on the fly there.
it's the para people family Thanksgiving shindig.
Festival.
Don't make me call the cops.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just nice to hear from everybody. We love you guys very much. You guys have been a huge part.
Yes.
Speaking of thankful, you guys have been a huge part of everything we've done, and you guys have made this all possible. I mean, you guys have made it all amazing. So thank you all for that.
Right.
We're always meeting new listeners, a bunch of people from, just right now, Peter Turk. I just see that name. I have never seen that name before, I don't think. And so if you've been in here before, I apologize. I have a dyslexia for names, but it's just really cool to always look up and see new names of people coming in to check out the show.
Absolutely.
So wonderful to see you guys, and
Hey,
thank
you know
you.
what? Oh, I'm sorry. Were you done?
I think so.
I was gonna do some shout outs.
Please.
So the people who are chatting that I can see, we've got Miss A Sage. How are you? There's our friend Black Tree. Bomber is here. That's a new name to me. Brandon's here. Cha Cha. D Swigger. Let's see. My line moved again. Bomber. Cha Cha. D Swigger. There's Deb Varner. Elaine's here. There's Gemini Moon and Heather. I am. Pam is also here. Isaac's here. Jessica Mink. Nice to see you. Justin Goodearth is here. Lena. Aloha. Mog's here. Happy birthday, Mog. I guess today's your birthday, so you get a shout out. Patrick Douglas is here. Peter Turk. There's so much Jake in here. It's just insane.
There's loads of Jake up in here.
Tracy Bowers.
We might be even over our Jake quota. I'm not sure.
Isn't Jake what you call a male turkey?
Oh, isn't that a Tom?
Well, you call them Toms too, but aren't they called Jakes?
I don't know what the hell.
I think they're called Jakes.
I don't
You be
know.
careful out there. I just said I got a whole bunch of wild turkeys that run through my yard. Tracy Bowers, did I say that? That's okay. I said it twice if I didn't. And Mr. Duke Sullivan's in the house. Genesee is here. She just popped in. Dead Spider. And let's see. Bama BF's here. Oh, and Cade Moya from Believe Podcast. Yeah. There you go.
Bomber says can never get enough Jake, and that's true. We love us some Jake.
Absolutely.
That's for sure.
All right. Well, there's the shout outs I can see. Cam just popped in too. Or I didn't see Cam, so there you go. But thanks for being here. Thanks for holding down the fort with us and making sure that we start tomorrow with a smile, because I know you're going to think back and go, Don was having an issue last night.
What do you mean last night?
Yeah, no doubt. Let's see. Blondie
show.
lady said she got her mug today.
Oh, congratulations.
Nice,
thank you so much for that.
Absolutely.
We really appreciate that support, and this is a perfect segue into, hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to help support the Paranormal Portal, by God, you can do just that. So head on over to teespring.com/shows/paranormal or stores/paranormal-portal. And you, too, can be the proud owner of some Paranormal Portal gear.
That was so nicely done.
Thank you.
Now, everybody, look at your screen.
Look at your screen. It's up there.
It's up there.
There's our store. All kinds of lovely Paranormal Portal stuff. We've kind of got a mono theme going on. Where
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we got logo stuff.
We've got some ideas for new stuff. We've got some new items that have come available to us, and we've been thinking about other things too that would be more handcrafted by yours truly. Well, ours truly.
That's like, wait, I'm going to make some stuff too, Don.
But we're collabing on this one that we're doing, yeah. So
we are. We're working on something right now that's it should be fun, and it should be. I don't know. It's a cool idea.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
If it all comes out good, you'll hear more about it in the near future.
If it bombs badly, you'll never see it again.
You'll never know it happened.
It'll never.
We will
happen.
just deny any knowledge of it.
We have plausible denial. I don't know what you're talking about. But you said it live on stream. I say a lot of things live on stream that I don't remember.
I was not under oath.
Jose Landros, nice to see you.
Yeah, exactly. Good to see you, Jose. Thank you so much for stopping in and being part of our Thanksgiving Eve extravaganza here on the Paranormal Portal. You'd think we would talk about the paranormal stuff, but no.
Oh.
What?
Oh, Portal Hug Monster.
Are you serious?
Portal Hug Monster. I know who that is, and everybody with an eye can tell who it is.
Okay, who is it? Tell me.
It's Bell Prepper.
Yes, you're right. It is. I found that out last night. I was like, what the hell is this?
Portal Hug Monster.
It's a Portal Hug Monster.
And you know, I'm soft and squishy and good for a hug.
Yeah, and you got that quilted beard thing cooking too, so
yeah.
you're probably just a whole bunch of fun to hold on to. I'm just saying, not that I'm,
Yeah.
not that, not that, but not that. I'm just saying, just an observation.
Oh,
Friendly observation.
yes. Is some heterosexual life partner over here?
I'm just digging a freaking hole. Yeah, it's all.
We just leave it to you to dig holes.
Yeah. Well, that's where I put the bodies down. Just so you know.
Oh. So those aren't molehills in your backyard.
Well, I'll just say we got variable terrain yard. around here.
Burial terrain. You got a typo map back there.
Yeah,
Topo mark. Yeah.
Topographical map for sure. So, yeah, there's all kinds of cool stuff, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to help support us, that goes a long way to doing it.
Absolutely. And it just means we love you more as well.
I mean, I don't, I really, 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 really appreciate donations and stuff. I really do. I mean, those are amazing. And that to me it's cool, but I just really like the idea that you guys get something,
yeah.
too. To me, that just feels more comfortable. So, but donations are wonderful too. If you don't want to wear the portal gear, that's fine. Anything you can do help definitely will go a long way to help propagate our experiences on the World Wide Web and beyond. So, and the podcasting universe.
That word propagate, lovely word.
Propagate.
Yes.
So anyway,
Wow, that was awesome.
What do you suppose? We should probably talk about some paranormal
You
stuff
want to
now?
talk about paranormal? Is that what we're here for?
Well, I don't even know why we're here sometimes, Don, but I have fun doing it anyway.
Yeah.
So
And
let's
besides, they're family.
We're all among family, of course. Let's look at the hot sheets, I guess.
Hot sheets.
I'm sitting here like, what's the URL? There it is. Came to my head finally. I found it. Let's see what's new on the hot sheets, Don.
Wow.
Ooh, that one looks good. Ooh. Look at that.
Oh.
Don't say anything.
Okay.
Don't unveil anything yet.
All right.
I'm still looking. God bless it.
Hey, John Nelson. Nice to see you.
That one's already done. Okay. Hi, John Nelson. Good to see you. John Nelson, ladies and gentlemen, I just became a mod over on Kev Baker's show.
Oh, that's
and I was like,
okay.
I was like, oh, cool. Somebody say something stupid so I can time you out.
That's what you were telling me about, right?
And John's like, you can try it out on me, you turd, or something like it. Called me a turd or something like that. So I timed him out. It was funny. And yeah, I gave him a 15-minute timeout. It was all in good fun. Thank you, John, for that experience. I'd never known what it felt like. And,
now
it's gone right to my head, of course. But
now he's power drunk.
Mm-hmm. I am. I can't wait to ban somebody. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing, of course. But yeah, let's see the hot sheets, Don. Looking good here.
All right, sweet.
So I head over to the singular40ian.com. Singular40ian.com, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I love this site.
Hey, wait a minute. John Nelson, he just called you poopy head. Should I time him out?
Nah, we'll let it fly this time.
All right.
He's just clarifying what he called me on Kev Baker's show.
Oh, gotcha.
To get the timeout. So
Wow, there you
he
go.
called me a poopy head.
Poopy head.
Which was,
Poopy head.
if I was 4, that would have
was
hurt.
very offensive. My goodness.
Yeah, well, we'll have some therapy later for that.
Yes, therapy. Yes, good thought.
Liquid therapy, probably. All right. So the first one on the singular14.com that we're going to discuss tonight is this one. Now, this is a cool story.
Sweet.
It says lost Taiwanese hiker says ghost couple led him to safety.
Wow.
That's cool. Wow. See, is it any wonder I love this site? They do just such a good job. They pull these just really obscure stories from all over the place. And they do just such a great job. So let's see what it says about these strange couple that led this person to safety. It says 60-year-old Sung Ru-jung, an employee of Formosa Heavy Industries, was missing for 10 days in the mountains of Pingtung in Taiwan before being found by an indigenous villager. God.
Oh, you have another drink.
Sorry. And yeah, you'd think I already hit the sauce, wouldn't you? But I haven't. I'm totally clean
He means
at this.
cranberry sauce, of course.
Okay. I love it when it's shaped like a can. That's so cool.
How do they get them little ring indents
I
in
just
there?
love how they shape it like a can. I just can't believe you cut right through it. All right. So, so he ended up being found by an indigenous villager on November 20th, according to UDN and Taiwan News. It says Sung said that he lost his glasses while climbing a rock while early in his hike and became disoriented. It's like an episode of Scooby-Doo when Velma loses their glasses. I don't know. That just was funny in my head. Anyway, sorry. Oh, God. It's going to be a long night, probably. Sung said that he lost his glasses while climbing the rock wall early on and became disoriented. He stayed for several days in a cave that he found, subsisting on stream water and natural sugar from plants, but soon realized he would have to leave if he was to survive. According to Sung, after he left the cave, he met a mysterious ghost couple whom he believed to be ancestral spirits in the indigenous Taiwan people. Or it actually says Taiwanese, but the couple accompanied him for 2 hours, chatting about everyday life as they walked together, but eventually he realized they were no longer there. He turned to look for them, but they were gone, and he instead found a path leading to the foot of the mountain. After his rescue, Sung expressed sincere gratitude to the 111 police officers and firefighters, 284 volunteers, including local hunters, and volunteers from International Search and Rescue and Formosa Heavy Industries, and 2 helicopters who had tirelessly searched for him.
Wow.
That's a real effort, yeah. Sung was said to be in good health and after being found. In some cultures, there's a great deal of overlap between spirits, both ancestral and natural, and fairies, with all three often encountered while being lost in the wilderness. Whether Sung was rescued by one of these or simply helpful hikers who disappeared after leading him to the trail remains a mystery.
Wow.
Is that not a cool story, though?
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't have his glasses, and I don't know what his prescription is. I mean, are we talking like Coke bottle glasses, or are we talking like, hey, I can't read that sign without my glasses,
Right.
kind of glasses? I don't know. So
That's a Scooby story.
I know it's like
Jinkies, I lost my glasses.
Jinkies. Yeah, and she'll be like they'll be right by her fingers, and she won't even see them. It's a treasure trove of fun.
Wow, but that's an interesting story.
It is. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
So they got one more that we can cover here. It looks like this one looks like some sort of cryptid. Oh,
Nice.
goblin. Local prophet blames goblins for 10 deaths suffered by Zimbabwean family.
Wow.
Yikes. And goblins, ladies and gentlemen, I realize those are legendary kind of creatures for most of us, but there are cultures that still swear that they're around. Could they be, little gnomish creatures or some form of other proto-pygmy of some kind? Sure. I don't know. I mean, it's just a name.
Right.
And so, like Wild Man is just a name, but we understand it to mean Bigfoot. So, yeah, I mean, just because you hear names like that, you just can't. You can't just stop and just say, well, there's nothing to that, because, of course, goblins aren't real. Well, maybe they are. Maybe we understand them to be something else, but maybe we understand them to be like puckwudgies instead, and they understand them to be goblins. So, let's see what it says.
What does it say?
Well, that's what I'm going to say.
Oh.
Hold on.
He's got a cough.
I haven't talked much today, so it's like all of a sudden my lungs are
Somebody was blessed.
I know. Well, I don't talk much any day, Don, except for showtime. All right. So a local prophet claimed recently that goblins were to blame for a string of deaths that took 10 members from a single family in Nyanga, Zimbabwe, reported the Monica Post at the end of October. Oh, man. Madzibaba, Shepherd Nizra, I don't know. Nazira, it looks like, who leads the... Oh, are you kidding me? Look at this name. Zavaka Zurarawa, whatever, leads some church, began investigating the family's troubles after they entreated his help by literally camping outside of his shrine in the Hob House neighborhood of Mutare, 70 miles to the south of Nyanga. Madzibaba means father in Shona and is an honorific often applied to religious leaders. So there you go. Madzibaba means father. During his investigations, Nazira allegedly retrieved paraphernalia associated with witchcraft that belonged to one of the family members, including a goblin statuette, a lance, a knob carry, which is a short stick with a knob at the top, traditionally used as a weapon, tied with a hyena tail, and a clay pot filled with blood. Yeah, that's off to a bad start.
Yeah.
Family members were dying mysteriously until we established that there was witchcraft in the family. We couldn't figure out who exactly was behind the deaths of about 10 family members and then engaged Madzi Baba Nazira, who exposed the culprit, said Francis Nzvenga. I once confronted the family member accused of witchcraft before. He explained, I had weird dreams in which he would be trying to stab me.
Ooh.
We are happy with Madzi Baba Nazira that he got to the bottom of the mystery and fished out the culprit. He has exposed him. What shocked us most is that inside one of the clay pots was a paper with a list of people that had died mysteriously and who were earmarked to die. We hope the cleansing rituals will eradicate our problems. Nazira, who reportedly specializes in exorcising evil spirits and settling spiritual battles within families, said that more deaths in the family were imminent had they delayed seeking his services. People who appeared on the list in the clay pot were bound to die in the near future. I prayed first and summoned the goblins to expose themselves. The family will not be haunted again, he said. It is unclear at this time exactly how exactly the afflicted family members died and what action, if any, has been taken against the person accused of witchcraft. Reports of the deadly goblins are not uncommon in Zimbabwe, where in 2018 they were blamed for the deaths of 2 children in the Zikawani village and for slaughtering scores of livestock in the same area in 2019.
Wow.
Every morning we wake up to the death of our cattle, a villager who preferred anonymity told the Zimbabwe mail carrier this year. At first we thought it was a thief, so we took turns in guarding the trails. It says, the crawls, Kraals, in the hope of catching the thief. It was all in vain because we never caught anyone, but every morning we found a dead cow in a different homesteads. Last year, a cleansing ceremony was carried out when some kids mysteriously died, and we thought we would have peaceful lives. Right now, we don't know how we will be helped because we believe these goblins can be killed, but later on come back in full force, added the villager. Zikwini village officials plan to hire another prophet to conduct a cleansing ceremony following the most recent attacks. Wow.
Why are they going to go hire a different one when they already got one that can do it?
I don't know. Maybe that guy doesn't want to do it again. I don't know.
Maybe.
Lots of weirdness going on there in Zimbabwe. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
That's not the kind of stuff you hear every day.
I wonder if Soulstay was at that website reading along with us because they were typing in what you were saying. I'm like,
who?
It's Soulstay.
Soulstay? Who's that?
One of our chatters.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So, well, there were a couple things. Or maybe it was they just typed fast and heard what you said.
I appreciate that. I'm actually impressed. I'm not seeing that person at all, though.
That's okay.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a good profit margin in goblin hunting.
Soulstay, you got some serious skills. I appreciate that because I'm struggling with these words totally. It really helps when they're like typed into the chat. Excellent. Thank you very much for doing that. Wow. So that was the Singular Forteans updates for tonight. And again, if you're interested in the paranormal, go check out their site.
There you go.
It is brilliant. I love that site.
Jake, you're a stenographer? Really?
What?
He says he's a
was.
stenographer by trade.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. Well,
That's really cool.
yeah.
That's that's even a weird keyboard that they use, don't they?
Yeah.
They got like a really funky keyboard, but that's awesome. Very cool.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah.
So what do you got, Don?
Got goblins eating. Goblins.
Goblins.
Gobbling.
Well, they weren't gobbling. They were doing goblin stuff.
Yeah.
But it was all witchcraft.
It was
apparently.
all witchcraft, yes. So, yeah, that's always a hard one to... whatever. Okay, so anyhow, I found a story that was actually... I found on my Facebook feed, of course.
Okay.
And it's just got something to do with something that was in. So anyhow, headline says 7-foot tall hellhound skeleton unearthed near ancient monastery in the UK.
Wow.
And it says known by the name of Black Shuck, SSSHUCK, Shuck, Black Shuck, a name believed to be derived from an Old English word for black demon. A 7-foot tall dog appeared as a bringer of death in many tales from 500 years ago. from 500 years ago. In the 16th century, the inhabitants of the British Isles were horrified by the brutal deaths committed by this giant hellhound with burning red eyes.
Ooh.
It took about 500 years for archaeologists to uncover its earthly remains under the ruins of, Leiston Abbey in Suffolk, in a nameless grave 30 inches deep, while several... Are you laughing? What are you laughing?
Duke says, God, the black shuck.
Okay, cool. In a nameless grave 30 inches deep, while several pottery fragments were covering its body, the massive dog skeleton was analyzed by a veterinarian who approximated its weight at about 200 pounds when it lived, while measuring not less than 7 feet on its hind legs. That thing's got to weigh more than 200 pounds.
Sounds like it, yeah.
Well, because Newfoundlands hit 7 pounds or 200 pounds, but they're not quite 7 feet tall. I suppose 6 feet, yeah. Could these skeletal remains have belonged to the feared black shuck? And if so, why would it rest under holy ground after all the atrocities it had committed?
Wow.
Could this find reveal some kind of ritualistic form of burial use upon a feared dog?
Ooh.
According to local legend, Black Shuck had made its appearance noticed during a brutal storm on August 4th, 1577, at Holy Trinity Church in Blytheburg, almost 7 miles from Leiston in Suffolk. Fearing for their lives, the villagers found shelter inside the church, but the massive wooden doors couldn't withstand the rage of the beast. A thunder struck the door open, and snarling creature caved in. It claimed the life of a man and a boy before the steeple crashed through the roof. The giant dog then left the church, leaving behind scorch marks from its claws on the door of the church, which can be observed even today.
Jeez.
So that's
Hellhounds. Yeah, hellhounds are... I mean, it's some pretty dark stuff. I don't know what to think of stuff like that, but yeah, I don't know.
So it says here, according to the latest radiocarbon dating tests, the strange remains seem to correspond to the time when Black Shuck was terrorizing East Anglia and Suffolk region. If it was indeed a feared hellish beast or someone's faithful and extremely big hunting dog, we can only assume, but the legend remains, with people remembering it through rock songs or by naming local clubs and antique shops after the black dog who once terrorized the surrounding area. There you go. So,
yeah, I know that like mastiffs are huge.
yeah, mastiffs are big.
Yeah.
And Saint Bernards and Newfies and yeah.
But 7 feet is pretty
7
huge.
feet, but only 200 pounds. That'd be like a super skinny like.
But that doesn't seem to be a match, does it?
No, it doesn't. It just.
I don't
doesn't-
know.
yeah,
Not
it
for
doesn't-
7 feet.
No, that's crazy.
Although they're, dog legs aren't usually very substantial from the,
we got dog legs. See, sorry.
but from the knee down, they're just basically just a skeleton with
just-
some tendons.
With a lot of talent.
But yeah, I don't know. That's crazy. I did see a mention of that earlier today too, and I was meant to go back and read it. So I'm glad that you did. You saved me
There
the
you go.
trouble.
Excellent.
What's next, Don? I was wondering if I was going to do a podcast about this, but this is something I kind of wanted to cover because it's pretty
Whoa.
dark.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What do you think? Should I read it now?
Why not?
Okay.
Because a lot of our people do listen to the podcast, but a whole lot don't. So
Right.
So
Well, there's a lot more listeners to the podcast than there are to our YouTube.
yeah.
But
Take note.
I think, yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be that way, ladies and gentlemen.
Look, we're always great for equality.
Yeah, we love balance in our lives.
Yes.
No, our podcast is just outpacing everything that we're doing. It's been really surprisingly successful.
Ooh, new photos of the Maryland Goatmen.
Where? What?
Yeah, I just found it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, the crypto crew. So anyhow, go ahead.
Okay.
Please.
So what I was going to talk to you guys about, I've been talking about, and forgive me, this is kind of dark, especially before Thanksgiving.
Right.
But I think the term demon gets so misused. And I haven't really read through this yet, but I found it and I just set it aside because I thought, this would be a fun thing to go over on the show. Now, I have no idea what the article is going to say. Oh, you want me on there too?
Well, maybe just you. You do it to me.
I know, but
I wish I had,
it's always
I
just
had
me.
access to that particular pad. I'm like, hey,
Yeah, we could just punch it back and forth.
there you
Have scene wars here on the show.
go. Scene wars.
And here's Don's crotch cam.
Whoa! Whoa! Not that impressive. Move along.
Little Don doesn't know it, but I've installed a secret camera. I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
I don't even know what the hell that's supposed to mean.
Has this show even started yet?
I don't know. It feels like it's been going for an hour or so already. No, I'm just kidding. It always goes fast here on the show. All right. Yes, we're always that stupid. If you're new to the show, this is about as good as it gets. So I hope you didn't have real high expectations before tuning in. You're in for about the same show for the rest of the journey tonight and every other night that you'll come in. Here's everything you ever needed to know about demonic possession. So again, demons get misused. That phrase is real easy. It sounds really impressive. Like, oh, there's a demon infestation at blah, blah, blah. Or somebody was possessed with a demon. And I believe that it's out there. Don't get me wrong. And I believe that they are incredibly dangerous paranormal creatures. I do believe that people do get possessed. I believe that there's a whole lot of dark things out there. I think there's a whole lot of light things out there too, though, so don't get me wrong. But I think people don't really understand what a demon is. I mean, other than the traditional ideas like, oh, they're fallen angels, oh, they're this, they're that.
Right.
But I think that most people that claim they've dealt with demons probably have not, because they are such an incredibly potent and powerful force. You really don't want to seek things like this out. If you have to, you have to, for whatever reason. Like if somebody ends up having problems with them, then you got to deal with it. But they are just incredibly dangerous things, I think. So I'm going to read this article and then we'll go through it. And this is coming from Thought Catalog. It says, ever since the Exorcist movies about the demonic possession have depicted innocent people becoming possessed involuntarily, but how close is this to the widely held beliefs of possession? Can any of us be the victim? The belief that demons exist and can possess people is, of course, the stuff of fiction and horror films. Well, no. But anyway, we'll continue on. But it is also one of the most widely held religious beliefs in the world. Most religions claim that demonic spirits can possess human beings, and certain things make one vulnerable to this threat. In the Quran, it talks about the jinn, the spirits that occupy a parallel realm to humans, and are capable of possessing them. According to Islamic belief, Muhammad warned his followers to close their doors and keep their children close to them at night, as the jinns spread out at such time. In Hinduism, there are a variety of malevolent ghosts called the Bhuta Pretas. I'm assuming that's how it's pronounced. Forgive my mispronunciations. Including that they may possess people. Women are seen as more vulnerable to possession than men for a number of reasons, such as the belief that all evil spirits are attracted by things that are attractive to the senses. In Jewish folklore, there exists a malicious spirit called the Dybbuk. The Dybbuk is believed to be a wandering soul of a dead person that comes to possess living hosts. Some believe that ignoring religious practice or doubting Jewish tenets can allow one to be susceptible to the possession. But I would have to add that, according to Jewish legend, I think all of the oh my God, what are the spiritual leaders of Jewish religion called? Why am I just blanking?
Well, it's not rabbis.
Yeah, rabbis. That the rabbis all
Teachers,
the rabbis had all wiped out all the Dybbuks according to Jewish legend. I don't know that that's true or not. I'm just telling you what I've heard. But while most religions regard demonic possession as possible and offer exorcism as a remedy, they don't authorize the use of possession or exorcism in the way the Catholic Church does. Catholic Church law requires that every diocese has at least one specially trained priest who can perform exorcism.
What?
Apparently.
Wow.
As the exorcising of demonic power is an integral part of the Catholic Church. Many people, when they think of exorcisms, only focus on demonic possession, said Father Vincent Lampert, one of the most famous exorcists in the United States. There are 3 other types of extraordinary demonic activity that could require a prayer of exorcism. These include demonic infestation, the presence of evil in an animal or a location or associated with an object, demonic vexation, which is physical attacks by evil spirits, and demonic obsession, mental attacks by evil spirits. True cases of demonic possession are rare. They do happen, but not frequently, he added. Most cases that I have dealt with in the past 14 years in this ministry are related to infestation, vexation, and obsession. In Father Lampert's experience, the only particular trend as to who is more susceptible to possession are those with no or weakened faith in God. He maintains that if one is practicing their faith and living out their commitment to God, then the devil is already on the run and they need not to be concerned about demonic possession. For someone to be possessed, they have to open a doorway to evil in their life. This can be done directly when one knows they are acting against God, indirectly when they are doing things they view as entertainment but are actually attracting the attention of the evil one. And of course, things that directly create a doorway for evil are mortal sins, murder, cannibalism, Satanism, rape, etc. Indirect things, according to Father Lampert, are occult ties, visiting a psychic or medium, playing with a Ouija board, practicing magic, things prohibited according to Deuteronomy 18:10 through 12. Indeed, in the view of the Catholic Church, one of the main, if not the main, risk factors for coming under demonic possession is involvement with the occult. In his book, Exorcism, Father Jeremy Davies, who set up the International Association of Exorcists with the Pope's top exorcist, warns that activities such as yoga, massage, therapy, or even Reiki could be considered occult practices. Well, then I'm going to hell. Whatever.
Let me catch. Shotgun. Shotgun.
And put people at risk of evil spirits. Statements that Father Lampert agrees with. So is this really true? What?
Lena's making Clue a pig.
Is making what?
Clue a pig.
Oh, okay. Is this really true? Anton Leitch doesn't think so. A senior member of the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. He's been a practicing occultist for nearly 3 decades. His experience comes mainly from the Book of Abramelin, a grimoire that includes many of the potential dangerous demons that have been cited as primary influence on Aleister Crowley. Any and all occult practice is not prone to lead you to possession. Leitch said that's a line of nonsense used by mainstream organized religions to frighten the curious away from magic.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. He likens it to the drug war on propaganda of the 80s, which insisted a single hit of marijuana could result in the same experience as a massive hit of LSD. The kind of thing was dangerous because a kid only needed a single hit of weed to learn that he had been lied to, and probably assumed that he'd been lied to about harder and more dangerous drugs too. And this is no different. According to Leitch, possession becomes possible when you begin to directly call upon and work with the spiritual creatures, but not every single occult practice requires doing that. When you do call them to work directly with them, there are some practices that do indeed involve being mounted and ridden by the entity. In some practices, this is intended. Sometimes it just happens. But what about the bad kind of possession when something very nasty grabs hold of an innocent person and wreaks havoc? That kind of thing certainly happens, but is very rare, he said. And where it comes to occultism, you would have to be doing a lot of things very wrong to get yourself into that situation. When someone has little to do with, or little to or no understanding of what they're doing, literally anything is possible. Ouija boards. Sorry. Ouija board. Sorry. As an example, Leitch says it's all too common to hear of people going to work in a graveyard or people utilizing blood in their work, especially their own, or other practices that are very dangerous to attempt if you don't know how the safety protocols. These kind of things can lead to possession, or some would say obsession, or even spirit attachment. Historically speaking, magic has always been a set of protocols used in order to approach and work with spiritual beings, he said. Those protocols are not only about gaining the attention and friendship of the spirits, but also in keeping the worker safe from negative influences. I like this guy. Magic can be like working with electricity. It can be a wonderful thing that powers your home, or it can fry you, and you need training to work through with it properly. Lizzie Rose, Australia's celebrity psychic, agrees. A renowned psychic, tarot reader, which she offers her services through her website. However, it is her work As an exorcist, that is her main focus, a professional exorcist for 27 years. Rose has performed more than 10,000 exorcisms.
Wow.
Some of which have been very rare cases like in the horror movies. As one of the few non-denominational exorcists working today, Rose's approach to fighting demons utilizes her experience as a high priestess of eclectic witchcraft. Hold on a second. I do not see the occult as evil. I see organized religion as evil, and the humans who have created them, not necessarily the gods who they worship, she said. With that said, Rose says the most common way to become possessed is by carrying out magical workings that one isn't qualified or knowledgeable or experienced enough to practice. And these include the most basic forms of spirit communication via Ouija boards, boom, boom, seances, and dark occult workings. These practices make for perfect doorways, she warned. There is a direct line in from the realm of the non-human to the human, and that's what's more often the case is that the human is asking to be shown a spirit or to feel, see, or speak to it, and in some cases for it to enter them. The human is serving themselves up as a willing subject. Think of it like this, she continued. It's like entertaining a high-level prison. Entering a high-level prison and approaching a row of the worst offenders, unlocking the jail doors and inviting them to get close to you. So you see, doing something as dangerous and stupid as this will open up one to a danger, no matter who you are. So my advice is not to play with it, not even as a joke or fun party trick. Do not entertain such depths of spiritual esoteric evolution, as once a door is open, it's not as easy as you would think to close it. Spiritual energy imprints on you and may haunt you even without possessing you. Rose also warns to stay away from haunted places such as asylums, psychiatric buildings, hospitals, jails, buildings, or places where horrific acts of crime have occurred. As she explains it, whenever an event transpires that arouses strong emotions such as death, the residency in which this event occurs can create a psychic photograph or recording which may loop indefinitely, known as a psychic imprint. Malevolent spirits are often drawn to this and feed off of this energy, creating an environment in which demonic possession can take hold. It brings to mind the murder-suicide of paranormal investigators Debbie and Mark Constantino, stars of the Travel Channel's popular Ghost Adventure show. Well, they weren't stars, they were guests, but yeah. Throughout the paranormal blogosphere, many people were claiming Mark was possessed by evil spirits he was investigating, which led him to murder his wife. Regardless of what you think, he isn't the first ghost hunter to get ill or die a horrible death after meddling with spirits. Gaurav Tiwari, star of Sci-Fi's Haunting Australia, is another recent example. Yeah, but I don't know if that's the same. But anyway, I think he just, I don't know. I better not comment on that because I'm not quite clear. If he's the one I'm thinking of, I don't agree. But anyway, this is what happens when you mess with things you don't have the license to mess with or disturb, according to Rose. However, while demonic possession is not something to take lightly in her experience, she views the subject in a very matter-of-fact, non-sensationalist way. Possession occurs as it's simply energy that requires more energy than it currently has to exist. To continue to empower itself, grow and feed and nurture itself, she said, despite how it may behave or appear, from a human perspective, the possessing energy itself is just energy. And its need to survive overrides all other motives, reasons, logic, understanding, or programming. If, as humans, we can understand this first, then possession and the necessary elimination of that which is possessing a human becomes easy to comprehend and logically justifies the very practice of professional demonic exorcism in itself. There are, of course, skeptics who claim that demonic possession has been explained by science and medicine, and would dismiss any talk or on the matter by religious or occult nut jobs. Such skeptics may be unfamiliar with the work of Dr. Richard Gallagher, a Yale-trained psychiatrist who teaches at Columbia University and New York Medical College. Gallagher is about as far from the hocus-pocus peddler as it's possible to get. He says demonic possession is real, something his scientific background initially made hard to accept. He's seen the evidence. Victims suddenly speaking perfect Latin, people exhibiting superhuman strength, objects flying off of shelves. Yet despite these paranormal signs, it is not easy to differentiate between true cases of possession and those that are not. You have to take the totality of the case, he told me. For instance, manic patients can seem very strong at times, or psychics and mediums may know things called hidden knowledge that they otherwise couldn't know. But then you have the totality of someone with plausible background for possession who clearly feels that they're being assaulted and who clearly exhibits paranormal features. Then you can be pretty sure that you're dealing with a possession. For more than 2.5 decades, Gallagher has been approached by exorcists and religious leaders, including Muslim and Hindu clergy members, to give scientific advice about whether a patient is mentally ill or under demonic possession. While he believes full possessions are rare, he estimates that he's seen more cases of the real thing than any other physician in the world. Based on about 100 true cases of possession in which the male-female ratio was nearly equal, Gallagher doesn't believe that women are more vulnerable than men. I've heard that maintained by some exorcists, but I think that's because women seek their help more often, he said. I never heard any good example or explanation other than to speculate that they were somehow more vulnerable, which sounds sexist in a way. He also believes it's extremely rare that a child would be possessed, although people have argued that there are some cases, such as the exorcism of Roland Doe, the true scary story that inspired the movie The Exorcist. But the most common cause of people getting possessed, if we're talking about a full diabolical involuntary possession, most often happens to people who have turned to either evil or the occult, and usually both, Gallagher said. It doesn't just happen to anyone.
Yeah.
So, cool article. Started out a little weird, but there's a lot of different viewpoints about demonic possession and stuff. And again, I would have to echo that. I think it's extraordinarily rare.
Yes.
I think that there are, there's some of those are kind of spillovers. There are spiritual oppression and possession, and then there is demonic oppression, possession. And I think the demonic version is very, very rare. But I think it does happen. And if it does happen, you're in a world of hurt.
Yeah,
you're in a world of trouble. And make sure, if you're in doubt, if you think you might be dealing with something like that, definitely reach out. Don't think you can, just manage it. It's just extraordinarily dangerous.
Right.
I don't know what to tell you guys. I mean, I've seen some really horrible, dark things, and I'm a believer in it. It's up to you guys to form your own opinions, of course, but I don't know what to say. I don't want to go into any specifics because it's another lifetime.
Yeah, no doubt.
But anyway, it was it was some trippy stuff. But yeah, I just think it's probably good to know a little bit about it because people are throwing that word around all the time in paranormal circles.
I think I absolutely agree with you there. And people who shouldn't be dabbling if you're not learning from somebody else.
Yes.
Because they learn from somebody and they learn from somebody else. You need to have a good grounding before you would dabble into that kind of stuff.
Well, I don't think anybody should ever just find, like, say, for instance, if we're talking about ceremonial magics,
Right.
I don't think anybody should ever just find a spell or an incantation or a seal, draw it out, and just start reciting words. I think you're really looking for trouble.
Right.
You're really looking for a real problem.
End up with like ash in the...
There was an old story. Allegedly, it came from police officers in New York. I don't know. I was younger when I heard it, a lot younger. But apparently the story went like this, is that there was apparently a group of young men, like in their teens or 20s, that I think they were in their 20s. So like college-age kids that had started their own cult, and dark cult at that. They were practicing satanic stuff or at least very dark occult practices. They would get together weekly and do different things and call upon different forces and stuff. Well, I think that this had gone on for a long time, and then suddenly they noticed, people in the same building noticed there was no traffic coming in and out of that place for a while, like in a matter of a week, which was, extraordinarily weird or 2 weeks or whatever. So they ended up calling police to the place where these guys lived. And police knocked and didn't get an answer. They talked to the landlord who let them in. And as soon as they entered the home, the apartment, they found that there was circles drawn on the floor. And there were all these piles of like these cloaks. And when they would pull the cloaks aside, there was like, it was like almost like a jelly in them with bone chips.
Oh.
And they were like, what the hell is going on here? Apparently, all of these occult members were smashed into jelly piles on the floor. According to the police report, as I understand it, again, this is completely apocryphal. I have no validation for this at all. But as I understand it, the force necessary to reduce the human body to the state that they were in would have been like having an elephant jump on them and land with all 4 feet onto a body. And the floors of that building would never have sustained that kind of pressure.
Right.
So, true or not, I don't know. It's something I heard long ago, but you know, I just think when you're fishing in that pond, you might just get a bite, and you might not want the bite.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just be careful. Again, I'll never tell people what they should believe or what they shouldn't believe. It's up to you. Spirituality is an incredibly personal journey. And I think that it's important people find a journey that feels comfortable to them. So
right.
I'm not going to say you have to believe this or you have to believe that or you have to condemn this or you have to condemn that. It's up to you. Find your journey that feels like a good thing for you. But just be careful on that journey too.
Yeah.
You know,
because you can get sucked into that too.
Right. Well, you know, I mean, there's plenty of different cults.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not any one religion that has the market cornered on cultism. There's all kinds of weirdness out there, but I don't know. Just think you gotta be educated.
Educated.
Gotta get some learning in. Gotta cipher out this stuff. So, just Beverly Hillbillies.
Yep.
What was that? What was the son's name? He was always
Jed.
ciphering. Jed. Yeah.
Jed.
He was ciphering. He was the smart one, too. He actually graduated 6th grade. And they went out to swim in the cement pond. Old TV show, ladies and gentlemen. You probably aren't aware of it because it's long before most of your time. Not that Green Acres. I'm talking about Beverly Hillbillies.
Beverly Hillbillies, yes, that's right.
There once was a story of a man named Jed. Poor mountaineer barely kept his family fed.
Yep.
Then one day, how did it go? Barely kept his family fed. I don't know. Anyway, I love that show. I used to love to watch the Beverly Hillbillies.
Packed up the family and headed to Beverly
Hills, that is.
Oh, boy.
All right, guys. So that was a little bit about some darkness,
Yeah, no doubt.
possession, a little insight into possession.
Maybe I ought to see if I can get a certain somebody in that story to give us a call sometime.
Maybe. I think there was a couple of people in there I'd love to talk to because
Send me that link so I can follow up on that, would you?
I will.
Certainly.
Certainly, Don.
See what I can find.
Yeah, look
Yeah.
at the girls.
Yeah. What?
Sorry, just threw that in there.
Wow. Right turn, Clyde.
Oof. All right.
Boy.
That is. Okay, it's been sent.
Sweet.
Now, if you ever heard the people talk about evoking or invoking, that's another whole thing.
Yeah.
There's a very different meaning to those two, but that's actually more ceremonial in nature. But invoking is when you're calling something into you. You're calling it into you personally. And that's, of course,
Is that like ride sharing?
I don't know if it's a share at all.
Can I use
You're
the
just letting them come in and drive is what I
occupancy
think.
vehicle lane?
Yeah. But invoking spirits is when you call them into you. Evoking is when you call them into the world, into their own existence,
Right.
separate from you. So there's definitely a difference there, too. I don't know why I brought that up, but anyway, 720-923-0500 if you'd like to call into the show. Thank you, Duke. I appreciate that.
Cha-Cha says it's like effect and effect. Yeah, well, kind of.
Yes, you're kind of right there, Cha-Cha.
Kind of like a port and deport.
Outport, deport, affect, effect,
My boss.
invoked.
My boss the other day he
Evoke.
wrote on there, our hours changed, and here's everything it's going to affect, not effect, affect. I'm like, what's wrong with you? He goes, what? I said, you spelled it wrong. He goes, what do you mean? I said, well, if we're going to affect it, that means somebody's mental health is going to get called in this. He's like, how do you know that's not what I meant?
That's true.
Yeah, my mental health's going down quickly.
I think so too.
Oh, thanks.
Absolutely, I
You're
agree
not
with you,
supposed to
Don. I
agree with
got
me
your,
on
I
that.
got your back.
You just said my mental health is declining.
Our mental health is declining.
This is a we thing.
We got that umbilical cord
Here, let me
connected.
get that
so-
thing out of my pocket. Hold on.
Hey. I'm not sure where you're going there.
Apparently, I just got fired.
Yeah.
Cha-Cha says I'm fired.
I just got stressed out. Don just stressed me out. All right, guys. So that's going to wrap up our show. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. We're not done with you guys yet, so you can't go anywhere.
Here's your friggin' pink
You're
slip.
stuck with us until we're done. Unless you choose to leave, and that would of course hurt
would
my
break
feelings a
our
little.
hearts.
We're Thanksgiving party in here. What do you got, Don?
A big heart.
Yeah, that's good.
So anyhow, so this is actually old news, I guess, but it's always good news. So
Old news can be good news.
absolutely, Ohio woman dies after hit train by while seeking the Goatman creature. Let me read that again. Ohio woman dies after hit by train. She didn't hit the train; she got hit by the train.
Yeah, you know where that Goatman train is, though? That's like a huge bridge that's like
Yeah,
100 feet up.
I'm looking at the picture here.
You're a
now.
little
It's-
trapped when you're up there looking for the
I got nowhere to
Goatman.
go. So you either get hit by the train or you splat on the ground.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's like it's not like you're going to just step aside because you're going down 100 feet if you do, and either get hit by the train or you get hit by the ground, or both. That's like your only opportunities there.
Louisville, Kentucky, an Ohio woman down in Louisville, Louisville, Kentucky, an Ohio woman was killed as she walked along the aging but still active railroad trestle while apparently investigating a local urban legend with her boyfriend last weekend. This is written like 5 years ago. The local coroner says 26-year-old Raquel Bain died of multiple blunt force injuries suffered during the collision and subsequent fall from the rails. The collision was first reported by police at 7:30 Saturday night. The coroner pronounced Bain dead at the scene after what is estimated to have been a fall between 80 and 100 feet.
Wow.
Her boyfriend was able to survive with no injuries, according to the police.
How do you manage?
I don't know. Maybe he pushed her. The coroner said Bain and her boyfriend were visiting Louisville to take a haunted tour of a closed sanitarium. Prior to their tour, the couple heard about the Pope Lick monster myth. Yeah. Spurred by curiosity, the twosome made their way to the train tracks, but they were surprised when a train appeared. The woman's boyfriend said they realized they couldn't make it to the end of the trestle, so they decided to hang off the sides. Bain couldn't move fast enough, though.
I am so amazed. Soul Stay is like doing it to you, too. Like, boom, just
Is
spit
that
out a
right?
whole sentence about
Yeah.
that.
So, yeah.
Okay, sorry.
So, yeah, the good ears.
I know.
Wow.
It's like, I've never seen this before. It's exciting.
Wave TV says many thrill seekers have mistakenly assumed the trestle is no longer in use. Drawn by stories of a creature that is apparently half goat and half man, large numbers have been tricked into climbing onto the rails.
Jeez.
Tricked? Well, okay. Residents in the area say the myth has taken several lives over the past few decades. It's been around for years. Even my nieces and nephews used to go and come out here. The goat man is supposed to appear after adventurers cross the treacherous trestle. So they cross the trestle to find a goat man who may end their life. I'm kind of like fishing here, but I mean, aren't cryptids like in general, not good things? Things you don't go like looking for? I mean, I don't go looking for a rake.
No, I don't know. I guess
Goat man.
by definition, they're just undiscovered creatures.
Well, that's
or
true.
not
A lot
unsubstantiated,
of them
I should
have,
say. Yeah.
heinous ends.
Well, a lot of them have really bad reputations, so that you wouldn't want to go find them. But I don't know.
The ghost man is supposed to appear. The goat man is supposed to appear after adventurers cross the treacherous trestle. If they're halfway through the tracks and the train comes, you either have to jump, run, or basically get hit.
That's crazy.
She also added, many people think they can outrun the trains that come by.
Soulstay had this typed up before you even read it.
Why am I reading anything?
Huh? Yeah. I mean, it's already typed here. That's, wow. That's very resourceful.
Wow.
That's pretty impressive, Soulstay.
Wow. They're like Googling stuff as we say.
I know, it's like taking a sentence and Googling it and see
What am I thinking now?
Yeah, this is a test, Soulstay. How far does this go? Let's see.
What's the next line? I gotta see it.
This is wild. I've never seen this before, so
I'm waiting now. You better start typing.
oh, it'll be coming, I'm sure.
It's a quick copy pasta. Or...
Soulstay. No, don't quit. It's not about that. I think it's really awesome. I think it's.
No, it's
it was just. I was just weird. I was
It's
finally
like,
reading
how do
chat.
you know?
I was just reading chat, and I was like, all of a sudden, reading the words Don was saying. I'm
I
like,
mean,
whoa.
It's one thing. It's one thing to quick Google after I mention something and read along, or but finding the exact same one that
Yeah.
I'm reading is kind of scary.
That's pretty cool.
A chain link fence and warning signs have proven largely ineffective at keeping people away from the tracks. Local police are handling the investigation. Funeral arrangements for Bain will take place in Dayton, Ohio. So, condolences to the family and the boyfriend. But I mean, come on, even we live in a town where trains are just everywhere, and if you don't stop, you might get smashed.
Yeah.
And that's just crossing, across the tracks,
Wait.
as opposed to like walking on them. It's illegal to walk on train tracks anyhow. It's actually a federal offense.
Really?
Yeah, because
Oh.
it's federal land.
Man, I'm a felon then many times over.
I'm not. I plead fifth. But
When I was young, though.
Yeah,
I almost got
it's-
hit by a train on a bridge when I was young.
yeah, and
Yeah.
so, but wow, But I remember, maybe Duke needs to call in and talk about the Goat Man a little bit.
Well, I mean, if
'Cause
there's
I
anything to
don't
say,
know
I mean,
much
it's
about
just you ever see that famous trail cam picture? It looks like a goat that looks like a man. It's
Okay.
got a goat head.
Okay.
It's got the goat feet, but it's got like a human torso.
Like Pan.
Yeah, it looks like a
satyr.
pan. Yeah, satyr. Yeah,
Okay.
right. So that's essentially what the goat man
Wow.
is. I don't know that it's really widely known for anything specific other than being on that trestle. It's been reportedly seen. I think the takeaway is probably if you're going to go investigate something, you probably want to know what you're investigating. And one good thing to know is this bridge still in use?
Yeah, you might want to.
Step one, is it okay to investigate this? And I don't think that one should ever be yes.
I wonder how he was able to hold on to the trestle or to the train track.
Maybe he got down and was able to hang on to the edge. I don't know. Maybe it was a really short train. God, it would only take one car to wreck your day.
Exactly. Yeah.
Maybe it was just an engine done. But what a heartbreaker, though. I mean, if you're with somebody you love and oh God, I don't know. That's a memory that I'm really blessed not to have.
Is that Waverly Hills Sanitarium? Is that what Brett says? Brett says the
Yeah.
Waverly Hills Sanitarium.
Yeah,
Is that the one that they were going to that they heard about? It's over there by the Louisville.
yeah, that would be right.
Okay.
That would be Waverly Hills. Yeah,
Cool.
yep, yeah. Well, that's a pretty sad place.
Yeah, no doubt.
Very sad.
No doubt.
So I think it was.
Purple Hobbit says satyrs are known to panhandle.
That's funny. That's a good one. I like that. That was a good pun. That was very punny. Damn phone won't stop ringing. What's your birthday, Mog? That's what happens when you have a birthday. People want to call and
Yeah.
talk to you.
Wow, that must kind of suck.
What?
It's like, leave me alone. I'm getting ready for tomorrow. I'm baking pies and stuff. Oh,
Oh.
that's what I was going to say. I've only met one pumpkin pie I've ever liked.
Oh, really? You don't like pumpkin
I
pie?
hate pumpkin pie.
What was the one you liked?
It was made by Paisley, actually.
Oh, well,
Paisley
that's,
made a great pumpkin pie.
yeah. She's a kitchen witch.
Good point. You got a point there.
She's gonna always make things that are delicious.
You got a point there.
Yeah. I mean, come on. Let's see.
Somebody who can manage a graham cracker crusted chocolate pudding meringue pie.
Oof.
That's got some skill.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds
Because
impossible.
you gotta bake the meringue, but you got it on top of pudding that's gonna melt. I don't know how she managed it. That was amazing, though. Oh my God.
You're still struggling with it. Don's in a happy place now, ladies and gentlemen. We'll come back to Don on another time. Well, I don't want to see what's out here. Let me see. We should talk about some Bigfoot stuff. I love talking about Bigfoot stuff.
Yeah. No
We
doubt.
don't talk about Bigfoot too much on the show lately.
Why does he still have me as center screen?
I haven't changed it yet. You were just reading a story about the goat man, dude. And we were zoomed in on your pie experience
Oh boy.
during your pie-gasm. we had to make sure to focus on you during your pie-gasm, Don.
Oh goodness. Wow.
Are you better now?
Yes.
Okay,
apparently
sorry.
So,
I'm just making sure Copa won't think this is a kid show.
well, they say it only lasts 6 seconds, so
The pie or... No, never mind.
good choice. Don't ask that question.
I'm just going to stop there. This is going way too far. Wine. Cha-Cha's drinking wine. She's a whiner. Cha-Cha's a wino. All right, so we got a sighting from Pennsylvania here.
Oh, nice.
It says, me and my friends go to the woods and we see a 9-foot-tall white figure, man-like. I had no knife. I had a knife, no gun, no food. Nothing but a knife. It's crouched on top of the hill. Crouched. It's crouched on top of the hill, crouched. It made a whooping noise, and it was eating a deer
Oh.
that it had dragged back from a huge field. I asked them, you see that? And they say, yes. And I'm like, guys, what is it? I was so scared. Its face was like an ape. Thought I ran inside, got bear mace. It says thought. I ran inside, got bear mace, and when I came back, it was gone.
Huh.
What were they going to do? Wrestle the deer away from it? I got some mace, guys. We got dinner.
I didn't bring food with me that hiking. He said he didn't have food, weapons, or anything. So.
Yeah, it's a knife. He got a knife, and he had bear mace. I mean, you should probably leave them alone when they're eating.
Yeah, no doubt. I get kind of grumpy when I'm eating too, and people bug me.
I know, it's like
Hey, I'm kind of busy here.
yeah. It's like one of those Snickers commercials
Exactly.
from hell.
Like, it's going to be a Snickers commercial up in here.
Yeah, that's right.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm going to go full DeVito.
Oh, God.
What?
That's crazy. DeVito's, yeah, that would be a good one. I still think there should be a John Malkovich one.
Oh.
What do I look like to you?
Oh, yeah. John Malkovich is a good actor.
God, I love him.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
anyhow.
very, very flexible in his acting roles. Very believable. All right, so you know who's not believable,
Who?
in my opinion?
Who?
Nicolas Cage.
Really?
It's like he plays one character in everything
Well,
he does.
actually, he has some hit and miss movies. He has a lot more miss, but he has some hit movies. Yeah, Gone in 60 Seconds was pretty decent.
I was never into any of those. That and the Triple X movies and stuff. It was just like, oh, come on. I don't know. It's just a lot of flash and flare and
Triple X movies.
Huh?
He wasn't in a Triple X.
No, but along that same genre
genre
of Need
the-
for
the
Speed,
fast car, yeah.
Fast and the Furious, yeah, all those. I mean, they were fine, entertaining, kind of as a background stuff, but
Right.
I don't know. It just wasn't my kind of thing. That and I used to have to take care of a bunch of car thieves. So when I worked in corrections, so kind of took the fun
Did
out
you
of
say
it.
you had to take care of car thieves?
Yeah, I mean, I worked in a corrections
I did
facility.
too. I didn't take care of none of those.
Well, we had them.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, we were juvenile though, so
Oh, yeah. That's right.
that's why.
right. Yeah.
But
I worked in a prison with a couple infamous people.
did you? Okay.
Yeah, so.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Sure.
Well, 3:00 in the morning, you're locked into a pod bay, and you got two of you and 100 of them. It's,
Yeah, good odds. I'm thinking.
yeah. Don't you carry guns? No.
No,
The
because,
only weapon we have is our keys.
right. I will scratch you. Get
I will
back.
poke your eye out.
I have keys, and I'm not afraid to use them to let you the hell out.
Yeah, no.
They give you the ability to get them the hell out of there.
Yeah. And they tell you don't let the animals out of the cage.
Well, you gave me with keys.
He gave me keys.
Here's one in southern Ohio. It says, we were in the woods of southern Ohio. We were walking through the woods building forts, and I heard something big walking closer, and we yelled at it, and the thing started throwing sticks, so we ran. That's the whole report there, Don.
Wow, I'm glad they ran.
I'm guessing they're probably working with a younger age group on that one.
Consquatch is still singing the Billy Hillbillies.
Who?
That's right, Consquatch. Oh, Consquatch. Yeah, up came a bubbling crude.
Shooting at the food. When up came some bubbling crude. Oil, that is. Black gold, Texas
gold.
tea.
Somebody just said National Treasure was one of his better ones too.
That's true. That one was okay. But again, it would have been, I'm not like hating on the guy. I'm really not. It's just when I go to movies, I got to believe in the characters that I'm seeing. And for some reason, there's something about his character that I have a hard time getting into. It's like I keep seeing just Nicolas Cage saying stuff, and I'm not seeing, the character he's playing. And that to me is why, for some reason, I can't get into his movies as well. I think he's probably a wonderful guy. Don't get me wrong. It's just something about his delivery is just the same. But anyway, all right. So let's see this one. It says 2 days before, smelled a putrid stench that was a lot like human feces.
Oh.
It was centralized in one area of the ancient woodland. Did you look for human feces? Maybe there might have been a pile. Doesn't always have to be a wood booger. I had experiences in America, and one really bad experience. I heard their calls this past winter, almost in response to my question of them being here. I just sensed them having rescued wildlife. Sensing when they were in danger. I don't understand that. Some of these are just so fragmented and convoluted.
Who was sensing the injured wildlife?
Well, this person has sensed them. He's rescued wildlife.
Okay.
He sensed the wildlife because he could sense when the wildlife was in danger or traumatized, and that's why he says he felt he was able to sense the Bigfoot out there too. Is what I think he's saying.
When he stubbed his toe?
I don't know.
Would his little toe be a big toe?
It would be to us.
There you go.
All right, so this is coming from Allegheny, California. It says, I was camping outside of Allegheny, California, in a place that my family and I went regularly. Camping in the summers, my friend and I were sleeping outside under the stars. I woke up in the middle of the night to a very large, hairy beast standing above us, bending over, looking at us. I saw, let me see. We're going to open up the full one.
Oh.
This is just a little snippet.
Oh.
It says, bent over looking at us. I saw this creature about 3.5 to 4 feet away. It was standing directly above me. It stood above us for what seemed like 2 to 3 minutes. Walked around our camp, disturbed the meat. What? Disturbed the meat from a snake we killed that day. A man can walk through one camp and then walk down the road and out of the area, and it was not a campsite. We spoke with 2 girls who lived in the little town of Forest, California, and they said they were aware of this creature, that many people in the little area had seen or heard things as well. Eric was my friend who was with me, spent the next 2 weeks looking for this creature, and we believe we found a mine shaft that was being used by something, but by the depressions in the ground outside the mine shaft and the lack of any medium to large size branches in that area on the ground. It looked kind of suspicious. I was glad to go back today. When I woke that evening of the sighting, I was truly terrified, and I knew not to open my eyes. I knew not to move. I needed to control my breathing, and I woke up in tears that night as something was above me without opening my eyes. When I finally did open my eyes, I couldn't even breathe or tremble till I stood completely upright. And till it stood completely upright, it was massive, and then walked away. Yeah, that's creepy.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yep. Yeah. That's scary stuff, Don. What do you think?
I try not to. I get in trouble when I do.
Oh, well, that's what you're here for, Don.
Apparently so.
We're here for your thoughts. For the wisdoms of the beard.
The whizzings of the beard.
I said wisdoms, just for the record,
He emphasized dumbs that time. Did you notice that?
because you said whizzings of the beard before, so I had to emphasize the dumbs. This one is apparently from Denmark, somewhere in Denmark. This should be interesting. Let's see what's going on in Denmark, because we don't get a lot of things coming out of there. It's not much bigger in the open version. It's still the same amount of material. It says, I saw him in the woods of Denmark, a huge boreal forest near my home. Suddenly, he just stood there, and I just stared at him in shock. I'm sorry I did not take a picture, but my phone was charging. And that's the whole thing. I mean, you couldn't think of anything else. Not like, what was the weather like that day? How far away? How big did it look like? There's so much information that would be helpful in a situation like this. Not like, hey, I saw a Bigfoot out in the woods. It looked at me. It scared me. The end.
Oh my God, it's Bigfoot. Oh my God, it's tiny.
Yes, tiny. It's tiny wiener. How's your day, Bob? Shut up. Later in the forest, in the ranger's cabin. Yeah.
Should have. So much Jake. Why? Now I know why you referenced Heart to Heart when you were talking about Walken. I remember that.
Robert Wagner, Walken.
Walken. Yeah. So, well, you were talking about Nick Cage, and then they started talking about Christopher Walken, and then Jake says Heart to Heart, which was an '80s TV show with
I remember
Natalie
that show.
Wood in
I used to watch that.
it. Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't Natalie Wood.
It was,
it was
it was
Robert Wagner was in it, but he was
Robert
allegedly
Wagner. That's right. He was on the boat.
He was married to Natalie Wood and apparently killed her.
Right.
And Christopher Walken was on the boat as well.
Yep.
That's true. I used to watch Heart to Heart.
That's right.
Yep. Thought it was a lovely show back then in 70s entertainment land.
Yeah.
Or 80s. I don't remember when it was now.
Love
Okay, so this is Western Australia. Is Cade still in here? Or
Wow,
did
I
he
don't know.
ditch?
Yeah, I haven't seen Cade. He's probably playing Ding Dong Ditch right now. So yeah.
Or we're probably keeping him from his work, as usual.
Yes,
But
John. Thank you.
Cade, this one
Right.
goes out for you and to Kenny if you're out there.
And you.
We don't see Aussie Tiger Rock Fam anymore, do we?
No, I haven't seen him in a while.
No, he's kind of ditching us now.
Yeah.
All right, so it says, let me open up the full one just to see, because it looks like it's a longer story, which is good. I like it when they actually have some substance.
Duke, no.
What?
It's not too soon, that's for sure, but...
Oh, ooh. It's tough.
Anyhow.
All right. So I was walking my dog in the Tuart Forest, which is a popular attraction here in my town. I decided to go off path as I had walked along many times in the past and was beginning to get bored of it. After about a half an hour of walking off path, I thought it best to go back, but I'd gotten lost. Well, I walked around frantically looking for the path for about an hour when I heard the crunching of bushes in the area a few meters away. And at this stage, it was starting to get dark. Followed the sound because it could have been a person, and there was a large tree with the words nephew carved into the trunk. I heard footsteps coming from behind the tree. I peeked around the tree trunk and saw what looked like a tall, naked, extremely hairy man walking at a quick pace, and it was a while away from where I was standing, so I didn't get a good look. When my dog started to bark, I panicked and picked him up and ran off. Eventually, I managed to luckily find the path before dark. I haven't spoken of the sighting since, but I've decided to remain silent no more. Well, good for you.
I've never been to Western Australia.
Okay, good. Oh, I see what you did there. Okay. Yeah, it's not you, Don.
However, you remember the video that Cade sent to us about the thing running through the trees? That's what that reminds me of.
Yeah, kind of does. Yeah, you're right.
That was great.
That was a great one.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good deal, but I'm glad this person came out about it because I think that's the more people that come out about the Yowie sightings, it's going to help their research.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the U.S., I don't know. I don't know what the feeling is over in Australia, if people are forthcoming about that or not in a large sense. I guess we'll have to ask Cade sometime, but I think that probably I would guess
Dude,
that they're...
stop with the Natalie Woods jokes.
Yeah, I think that they would probably play it pretty close to the chest in Australia, but that's just me assuming I understand Australia, and I don't. So I'd be curious. Oh, here's apparently a Bigfoot nesting grounds in South Carolina. This is interesting. It says, I never saw Bigfoot. I was walking around on my land and noticed a fallen tree. No other trees had fallen with it or were bent over, and I didn't think anything of it. And I had my machete, and I had just got, and went to try it out and started chopping on that tree that was on the side of our property. I am hardly on. And when I finally got bored, I left, and that night the dogs never shut up, and they were barking records that side of the property. They were barking records or records. I don't know what the hell they're saying here. So in the morning, I returned to see the ground tore up near the tree, not where I was cutting, and there were several trees bent over, going under it and wrapped around it. And I saw a large impression on the ground. Looking further back, I saw trees amped around 7 feet off the ground. Is that the wind picking up again?
It must be.
Yeah, that was weird. Off the ground and had walked on earlier the day before. I soon felt like I was being watched and heard something following me, but only walked as I walked. After that, I ran and got all my stuff and ran home. Well, good job. Yeah, that's got to be a horrible feeling. It's got to be absolutely horrible to be mirrored out, or, that intimidation, don't you think, Don?
I'm sorry, I missed it.
I said it's got to feel horrible to be mirrored out of the woods like that, to have something walk when you walk, and you can't see it, but you can hear it. And
well, and we've heard many stories that just like that, as a matter of fact, did you feel that way when we were out at Bloom Lake? Or did you just hear the sound of
after the thump? I did.
Did you?
I can't say I did too much before that.
Okay.
A little bit here and there. It felt like maybe we weren't alone, but after that big thump, and it was more, it's hard to understand, ladies and gentlemen, but it sounded like a boulder was dropped out of a tree and just hit the ground. If you can imagine what that sound is like, it's not really a loud sound. It's just a really deep thud. Yeah. And it was the most crazy sound. And then it was just silent. And then Don and I both went, we better go. So we did. We were right next to the truck when that happened.
Yeah, we were just about to get in it, yeah.
Yeah, it was really bizarre timing. But that was when we checked out a place north of here that has a sighting report on the BFRO, I think, wasn't it? Wasn't that a sighting
yes,
recorded on the BFRO?
I believe I read it up on it from the BFRO. Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that's cool. Bomber says, I spent my youth exploring the Appalachian Mountains alone in the woods. I was paralleled a lot. That's wild. That's got to be intense.
Yeah.
Portal Hug Monsters. I just love that name.
Don't you just feel the love from her?
I do. I just,
Awesome.
it makes me feel like I need a hug, is what it makes me feel like. Of course, we all need hugs.
Foul says you guys ought to be translators for the UN, making sense out of all this mumbleese. That'd be a pretty decent job.
I don't know if they're talking to us or the chat room, though.
I don't know.
That's a good question, because I butcher the hell out of most words during the show, so I couldn't imagine being responsible for translating as well.
What?
Yeah. Somebody should do a skit of Samuel Jackson, doing translating. What did I say? You're Brent and Don. Oh, she sent 2 hugs.
Oh, no.
There you go. Thank you.
2 for me.
Now I have even more to be thankful for. We love us some hugging.
Wow.
This one's kind of cool. Let's see. Let's open up this one and just see what it says, Don.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, no, I guess I don't have to open it. This is the whole thing. It says, I was with my family on a mountain waiting for friends, and I started to do some tree knocks and howls. Oh, jeez. I was surprised when they responded. Later that night, I spotted him. We started to record. My father No, they don't bother with sentences at all. It's just one big blob of text. Later that night, we spotted him. We started to record. My father has the footage with him. We started to pursue him or her, and we heard other howls coming from different directions. On the way back home, we heard him howling, and it scared us for the rest of the night, leaving us frightened.
Wow.
That's what you get. You just go poking the bear, and when the bear growls, you got to be ready for it.
Yeah, it's kind of like,
hey, I'm going to knock
Ouija
on
boards.
the. Yeah, exactly.
That's
It's
that's the Ouija board of the
of the woods. It's
Yeah.
wood knocking.
wood knocks.
Yeah, wood knocks and howls is like Ouija board for the forests. You got to be ready for something to answer. It's like, hey, let's just do some howls and knock on this tree. Oh my God, they answered. Let's go home. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
And then you're paralleled out all the way to your house.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
With
and-
acorns and crap hitting you.
Yeah. Well, Cindy, our friend Cindy Goodbrake said that it followed her pickup out of Clagstone. You know, and that's like keeping up with her, peeling out, going, I'm getting the hell out of here.
Yep.
And her truck doing like 45 miles an hour, which was as fast as she could go at the time. But that's pretty darn fast. I think she said it kind of paced her, if I remember right.
Could be. Yep.
Yep.
Well, there you have it. So yeah, don't call Bigfoot if you're not ready to have an answer from Bigfoot. I think that's a good rule of thumb. Just saying.
Yeah.
It's like,
If you can't handle the big hairy guy, don't call one in.
well, exactly. It's kind of what the point is for having those calls and doing those signals is to, get their attention. Well, if you get their attention,
And you don't want it.
exactly what were you expecting at that point?
Yeah, exactly. What did you think?
So here's another one. I was walking back to my house from the gas station. This one comes from Groton, Massachusetts. To the right of the gas station is a big forest that the River Nash runs through. And as I was walking along the line of the forest, something really tall and furry came just barely out of the forest. And I don't know whether it saw me or not, but it drew back into the forest really fast. It could have been a guy wearing a furry coat, but it was way too tall to be a person. Yikes. I think I'd walk way away from the edge of that forest.
Yeah. Duke made a good point. He says, don't make the call if you don't know what it means.
Yeah.
Because it may be, the Friday night out blonde call. Hey.
What was that called, Don? The Friday what? not that part.
I could have.
You said Friday night owl?
Blonde.
Friday
night out blonde.
Oh, Friday night out blonde. Gotcha.
What are you doing out? Looking for tonight's girlfriend.
Yeah, I don't say that ever again. That's creepy. Looking for a future ex.
So yeah, that used to be farmland. Wow, apparently. What is it? Well, there's a conversation going on in the chat, and I'm only catching part of it. World War III. Yeah, Bomber says, I'd find solace in the woods behind our house. The Appalachian Mountains were our backyard. A lot of unexplainable experiences happened up there.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
The Appalachians are full of mystery.
Yeah, no doubt.
They are.
And moonshiners.
And well,
Popcorn Sutton.
Popcorn shit. Here's a North Carolina story. This is, I was in the woods next to a bay with my cousin, and we were building a hut from branches just for fun, and I passed him my knife and said, I'm going to explore the woods a bit. It was the afternoon, and the woods were pretty thick. I stared at the water and smelled something bad. I looked at the slope to the water and saw a big, white, hairy Bigfoot. I tinkled my pants a bit and was standing 3 yards away, 9 feet. He was crouched over eating something. He growled and grunted like he was saying, go away. And I ran and told my cousin and then told him. We ran to the site and found nothing except for a few drops of blood. I never forgot that encounter.
Wow.
Or how afraid that I was.
Wow.
Huh. White Bigfoot reports. There's quite a few of them over in the East Coast. I don't know. I know Pennsylvania is real famous for a white Bigfoot. That's not uncommon. And maybe several. I don't know. Maybe there's an albino lineage over there. I don't know.
Huh.
It's interesting. Let's see what's next, ladies and gentlemen, because that's what we do here on the portal. We see what's next. By the way, stick around. If you're into our podcast, tomorrow we're going to release a bonus podcast. So
Surprise!
Definitely check that out.
Yes.
Why was it supposed to be a surprise?
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, it kind of helps if you let people know.
That's
'cause
true.
Then they may not stumble on it otherwise.
Bonus episode posting tonight.
Posting tonight, and then, of course, we'll have a Friday episode. Yep. Friday's episode is going to be a good one. I interviewed the Irish Bigfoot Research Organization.
Yes.
It's an organization with an S, not a Z.
Yes.
And I thought that was cool. So we're going to be talking to them. We had a great talk with them when I recorded it earlier this week. They're nice guys, really wonderful guys.
Chris Dawson and James. I can't remember James.
Brewster.
Brewster. Okay.
Yep. It was a good talk. Good times. They're very good, really incredible guys. And the accents are really cool. The Irish accents are so awesome. I love those.
Nice.
I'm just saying because I love me some accents. But it's a good show. It was a really good discussion, and they do have a new documentary out.
Oh, yes.
In
Search of the Wild Man?
In Search of the Wild Man. I think you're absolutely right. So you're going to have to check that out, ladies and gentlemen, because that's a good one. It's on, where is that? Let me look at the thing they sent to me.
Yes. Please.
Because I want to give you guys that information. I'll have to get in touch with you too, Duke. That would be a good show for you to talk with those guys and put them on your show. But really, really nice gentlemen. Let's see, where the hell am I? Here we go. Here it is. It is...
Oh, excuse me.
Okay, so it is available on Vimeo. Vimeo, Walking with the Wild Man.
Walking Man with Wild Man, right.
Ireland's Bigfoot.
There you go.
So it's Walking with the Wild Man. Ireland's Bigfoot is the name of it. You know what? We're going to show this trailer.
Oh.
Let's do that.
Okay, cool.
It's
sweet.
a trailer for sure. I mean, we like these guys. We want to help them out.
Absolutely.
So
here we go.
Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Here it comes.
Hi, we have a text message here from Mary. Mary wants to know, leprechauns. Are leprechauns real or fabricated? Or are they...
Fabricated.
I agree.
Tourist attraction.
Diddle men, the little green men in the green jackets.
Yeah.
All for the tourists.
I believe in big hairy men. There was before I believe in wee green men.
There you go, Mary. There's your answer from the man that knows. Next caller, please.
Seamus from Donegal.
Seamus. What's Seamus saying?
Wow.
Isn't that not cool?
That was cool, yeah.
Very cool, ladies and gentlemen, and that is Walking with the Wild Man, Ireland's Bigfoot, and that is on Vimeo, Vimeo. They did say December 1st for the release date, but they've since said, they sent me a message, say, watch the all-new Bigfoot documentary film, Walking with the Wild Man, now. Buy and keep or rent. So you can check it out through Vimeo if you want. I don't know of any other places it is right now, but it may end up on Prime as well or something to that effect.
Sure. Let me pull up that so I can send it to him. The link. I can post it in the thing.
I could probably do it too. Actually,
I got it right here.
Okay.
See, I'm already on it.
You're already thinking ahead. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That's their new documentary that's coming. That is out, and it's a great thing because of course. There's a lot of pushback from a lot of people worldwide about the idea that the UK and Ireland have Bigfoots, or what they call them wild men, of course. Right. They also have woodwoes is there as well. The wild men are supposed to be huge. The woodwoes is supposed to be a little bit shorter, according to these two gentlemen. But it appears they have two different versions hanging out over there, and It's pretty crazy stuff.
Wow. Really? 2 different versions, huh?
Yeah, they were talking about the woodwose as well as the wildmen.
Wow.
And the wildmen they equated with our American Sasquatch in their description and by size and stuff. But the woodwose is generally 7 feet ish, and then the wild man they say is huge. Yep. So there you go. I hope you guys will check it out.
Yeah, that's absolutely.
But you have the link up there already?
There it is.
Okay, very good. All right, so Don has posted the link in there, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't know. I think it's been an epic Thanksgiving Eve journey here on the Paranormal Portal. I hope you guys have
time? Wow.
8:58, 8:59.
It's amazing
almost.
how fast it goes.
It is. Once we start talking, it just flies.
Yeah. Wow.
Sorry, Bigfoot or not, only 1 piece of candy per trick-or-treater. I like the Soul Stay. I don't know. I don't know who you are, but I like you. I like that you're
I think
colorful character.
Soul Stay had a different name.
Oh, really?
I think. I'm trying to remember if that's true or if I've always known this person as Soul Stay.
I don't know. It seems like a new name to me.
Well,
but that's not unusual because I don't usually get a chance to watch the chat.
Been here for a while, yeah.
Okay,
For a while, but
okay.
yeah.
Well, anyway, guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed our journey tonight. I'm not sure about tomorrow night. I would plan on no, but I might surprise you. We'll just see how it goes. Play it by ear as we do here on the portal.
That's if you're awake to hear.
Well, either way, the video will be up there if you miss it, if I do go live.
That's true.
You can always watch it later, but happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We do really love you guys, sincerely. And thank you so much for all of you that have come out and, given us your support.
Absolutely.
However you're able to do that. If it's just telling people about the show, that's a huge support to us. It really helps. We continually grow bigger and bigger all the time thanks to your guys' work. We've not paid for a dime of advertising for the portal. We've just had a bunch of incredibly amazing people that are promoting us for us.
Yeah.
So
it's been amazing, yeah.
Special thank you to all of the people who have donated to the show. You have no idea how much that helps us on a absolutely fundamental level. It really keeps things going.
Yes.
More than you know. It's incredibly important to us. I don't like to ask ever for the help, but for those of you that have decided to help, thank you so much. It really does mean the world to us. If however you want to donate, go ahead. It really means the world. But
I like the idea of the t-shirts and the mugs and things like that too, because you really do have something tangible, other than your memories of our beaming faces and dulcet tones.
Well, we have those at least. Faces.
But
at least the
it makes
faces
us
part.
feel good too because you get something as well. So
it just feels really nice that you guys are enjoying this enough to
share it.
Share it.
Wearing something on your shirt.
Well, sharing
or a coffee mug
monetarily, or sharing verbally, sharing on your social media.
Yeah,
we'd like to see a lot more of that happening because that's probably the best word of mouth possible. Is when you say, "Hey guys, check out this show." And I know that when people that I know and respect tell me to check things out, it means a hell of a lot more than me stumbling on something. I may or may not watch it, but if somebody I know and like tells me to check something out, I'll be like, oh yeah, click, boom, done. So if you guys would be willing to do that, that would mean the world to us on your social media. Just share an episode, share the episode we're doing, or share anyone you want. But guys, we love you. Don, anything?
Just you folks are part of the reason I'm thankful for this past year, and we look forward to having you with us to journey for next year as well.
Yeah, thanks a bunch, guys. Of course, we love you all. Be good, be kind, be nice. Take care of each other. Help each other out. Find the magic in every day, and remember to laugh as much as you can. And we sincerely, we love yous.
We love yous.
We love yous, guys.
Yeah.
So don't you forget it now.
Don't you forget it. No.
When you're sitting down tomorrow eating some freaking turkey with some potatoes and gravy, just know that I'm loving you from here. Right from here. I'll be sitting here looking at the camera thinking about you.
Oh, boy.
I'm just saying.
That's getting creepy. All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Love you bunches. We'll see you next time.
Thanksgiving.
Either tomorrow or Friday. I'm not saying which. I don't even know.
If you don't have Thanksgiving, you're already in tomorrow anyhow, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're already through this. Through this deal.
You are our future.
All right, guys. Love you bunches and sweet dreams.
Good night.